Hey guys, welcome back to Star Wars Central. There has been a huge amount of news for Star Wars Battlefront in like the past week or so, and I haven't been able to cover it because I've had so much schoolwork and like other things going on that I've been having to deal with. It's been really complicated week, so I decided to put it all in one massive video for you here. And this video is going to be going over all of the different pieces of news that there's been in the last week, and also some speculation at the end as towards what's going on with this big reveal that's happening in like 11 days now, which is just going to be absolutely incredible. So I'm going to be talking about that later, but firstly we've got the news. So EA have released the official timings for the Star Wars Battlefront reveal, which is being hosted at the Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim, California in about 11 days now. EA are also hosting a playtesting session where anyone nearby these like two studios can play Star Wars Battlefront. That is really cool. I mean, like, it's a shame that I don't live in the US, but if anyone does live near these two studios that I'll talk about later, then there is an application process, and it actually turns out that so many people have been applying that the application process crashed. So it might be a bit pointless to apply, but you know, you may as well give it a shot if you live nearby. We also have a really interesting tweet from a DICE developer which suggests that the graphics for Star Wars Battlefront are going to be amazing, and I'm going to discuss a bit why this may be a bad thing. I know that's a bit like sort of heresy, but you'll find out why later in the video. And last but not least, it's only 11 days, that did say 12 days in the script, that shows how old my script is. It's only 11 days until the Star Wars Battlefront reveal, so we're going to be talking a little bit about that and all the sort of stuff associated with it later on in this video. So our first big piece of news, on the official website for EA Star Wars, funnily enough, starwars.ea.com, pretty self-explanatory, EA have released an article about the upcoming Star Wars Battlefront reveal that gives us details on when exactly we'll be able to see Star Wars Battlefront. The Star Wars Battlefront reveal is officially on the 17th of April at 10:30 AM Pacific time, so that's a nice friendly time for pretty much everyone that wants to see this. Even people in Europe, we will be able to watch it without too much difficulty. I mean, 10:30 AM Pacific time, to the best of my knowledge, is like 5 o'clock maybe? I don't know. You'll have to put that through a time converter. That's probably completely wrong, so don't use that. There's a time converter down in the description below. Just put in where you are, what time zone you're in, and it should just tell you exactly when the Star Wars Battlefront reveal is. And, I mean, I assume it's being live streamed, so that should tell you when you can see it. As for the distribution, they say to look towards official channels for the reveal. So by that, I'd imagine they mean the official EA Star Wars YouTube channel, the EA YouTube channel, pretty much any news channels, that's IGN, Machinima, anyone you're subscribed to, the majority of them, myself included, will be posting the reveal up pretty much straight away. I mean, I personally, however, won't probably just be posting the reveal. I'll be doing a full analysis of the reveal once it's shown to us, and hopefully we'll have that up just a few hours after it's live streamed. So within a few hours after the reveal is done at Star Wars Celebration, we should have like a big analysis up, so we're going to pick it apart and then look at all the lovely little details of Star Wars Battlefront. Now on to our next piece of news. EA are hosting a playtesting session that's going to be between 3 to 4 hours long on the 10th of April, so that's only 4 days away now. It's going to be hosted at their development studios, specifically EA San Francisco and EA Vancouver. So if you do live nearby, you may have a chance to play Star Wars Battlefront 7 days before it's revealed, which is just pretty damn awesome. There is an application process, and the link for that is in the description below. Good luck if you apply, and you will probably have to sign an NDA when you go through the door, because I doubt they want everyone spilling the beans about this playtesting session, so don't talk about it. And if you do feel some ridiculous urge to break your NDA, at least put a spoiler alert on it or something, because not everyone, myself included, I don't really want to know any spoilers that EA don't want me to know, because it would be nice to know all the intricate details of the game, but then that just reduces any level of surprise at anything. I mean, it's like as if someone came out and told me exactly how Mass Effect ended before I'd even played or known anything about the game. I mean, obviously everyone knows how it ends, because it was such a notorious ending, but that's the point. I mean, you've got to be careful about how you talk about things nowadays, because it really isn't fair to ruin a potentially incredible experience for someone just because you couldn't keep your mouth shut. So at least put a spoiler alert on it if you're going to do that sort of stuff. Now on to our next piece. We also got a really interesting and suggestive tweet from a DICE dev who said, I'm going to answer a question in advance. Yes, that is actually what the game looks like. So this is suggesting that the graphics and visuals for Star Wars Battlefront are incredible, and this is good news, like, regardless, because who doesn't want the shiny shinies? But at the same time, I do feel that it's perhaps not the best idea for them to push graphics at the moment. And do not call me a heretic just yet, I am going to explain. When the focus of a game and the part that you brag about becomes graphical fidelity, to me it's usually because other features or aspects of the game are either not impressive enough or simply not up to community standard to talk about. Now for Star Wars Battlefront, we are all expecting this massive epic battle, hopefully tons of players, hundreds of bots, instant action, a load of vehicles, space to ground, you get the picture. Something that plays in the concept of Battlefield, but just goes for all-out warfare rather than tiny tactical maps. I mean, Battlefield 4 really is kind of a tactical game when you think about the scope of it all. Some Battlefield 4 maps only have 2 tanks, 2 ATVs, an attack chopper, maybe an LAV. So in translation, if Battlefront consists of, look at the shiny stuff, but then there are only, say, 2 heavy vehicles, 2 speeder bikes, and a TIE fighter, I'm going to be incredibly disappointed. Star Wars Battlefront as a concept has the potential to really stick it to some of the larger games like PlanetSide 2, have battles on a colossal scale with the art style, direction, and the sheer fanbase of Star Wars. But when you say the graphics look amazing, just focus on those before a reveal, it's like you're Carol from The Walking Dead saying, look at the flowers, before we're shot in the back of the head with some Clone Wars DLC or something. Now, I'm not trying to be incredibly pessimistic here, I'm just voicing the concerns with pushing graphical fidelity as the primary objective of a game. The first gameplay and engine reveals we saw pushed graphical fidelity above all else. That was blatantly what it was about. I mean, it was showing, yes, we can put vehicles in and the vehicle animations look good and nice, but the whole point of that big Endor speeder bike scene was to show just how nice it looked. We haven't seen bots, we haven't seen actual gameplay, we haven't seen anything that's indicative of a good gameplay experience yet, and that's why I'm concerned that they're kind of pushing graphics. I mean, I like shiny shinies. I like them. The shiny shinies are good. That's why everyone likes graphics. It looks nice, it looks better, okay, that's good. But then if the game isn't an improvement from the original Battlefront, but it's only, say, an improvement visually, that's really disappointing, guys. Like, there needs to be an evolution of concept here, and I really do hope that they push the boundaries with the game, not just visually, but in the sheer scale and scope of it all as well. Anyway, hopefully I am proven completely wrong at the official reveal on the 17th, guys. I do not wish for this, it's just some of my concerns, and hopefully Battlefront has massive battles, space to ground, and all the goodies that we expect and want. Now, as I said at the start of this video, the reveal is only 11 days away now. The hype train is really building up, and the Battlefront social media scene has started turning its gears for like the first time in, what, like a year? It's been a while since like the last E3, I think it's been 9 months. The amount of Battlefront related tweets has exploded. Seriously, if hashtag Battlefront is not trending in the next week, then Twitter is an Illuminati conspiracy. So with all of this social media hype, we really have to ask, is it a good thing? I'd say yes for the time being, but no in the long run, and let me explain why. Hype can be great. It can draw new players into a game through social media and get everyone involved in the run-up to a release or reveal. It also increases the user's anticipation for a game, which, I mean, from an economic perspective, they want it because it's going to get people to pre-order and spend money. That's the ultimate goal of game developers. They want people to buy their game, so their publisher pays them to make another game. That's the merry-go-round goes round and round and it all spins. But hype can also be bad. Quote in point, Titanfall. I enjoyed Titanfall, it was a good game, but it was overhyped to shit, and unfortunately, despite it being a good game, it had, like, its innards ripped out from the inside of it the day it released, just because everyone was expecting so much more, and I really, really don't want them to overhype Battlefront, and I want them to be careful with it. I do agree Star Wars Battlefront needs hype, but I don't want them to do hype constantly until the release, otherwise everyone's expectations, no matter how good the game is, will be higher than what the game is, because people's imaginations are so much more than what you can contain in a video game. So as long as someone thinks the game is what it is in their imagination, they're gonna be disappointed. So I really do hope that Star Wars Battlefront and DICE and EA do not overhype this. I mean, it does deserve hype, it does deserve media attention, but they need to be more tactical with it. And I do like how we had a sort of lull in Battlefront news. I mean, I did complain about it a few times because we really had nothing to talk about for a year, which was a bit irritating. But other than that, I am glad they didn't go non-stop hype up until now, because otherwise by now, I personally wouldn't really care, because it'd be like, well, okay, so you've told us all this about the game, just release it now. And then they might be drawn to do or make decisions which perhaps aren't the best. And I just think it's a good thing that they're holding off for now. So that's my thoughts on the matter, and that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, I don't even have a script for this part. This is completely unscripted. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. I'll see you next time, and may the Force be with you.